Brand new!
I'm very single.
Somebody might be listening.
About you as an introvert. So how do you approach that person? As an introvert, how do you approach?
Obviously online,
You text. Welcome to SOLDOUT podcast. My name is Joel Lawrence. I'm joined here by my friends
Mercy
and
Vincent.
And today we are talking about dating, shining in dating. Recently, or in the past few podcasts, we have been listening to the word of God about shining. April is our month of shining. So today we want to discuss shining in dating. You are dating, you want to date, you are a product of a date. So today we are going to discuss shining in dating. So
is there something called dating actually? Because I don't think there's dating anywhere in the Bible. Do
Really?
you think there's dating somewhere in the Bible?
what do you think there is?
I just think there are relationships that just progress to proposal and then marriages.
What do you call that progress?
I wouldn't call it dating
It's
for
called
me.
courtship.
What do you
Yes.
call it?
It's called courtship.
Yeah.
So before we court, we date.
No.
No.
I think dating is another word for courting, like a modern word for courting.
All right.
Yeah.
So what did you do during your dating? Because you're calling it dating according to you.
All right. According to a dictionary, dating is collecting of data. So
You went out on a search
Yeah.
collecting data about
you have to
your
collect
wife.
data. You have to dating comes from the word data. So data, I'm collecting data about this person that I want to hook up with. So I want to know, what do they love? What do they like? Do I like this thing about them? How do they eat? What do they like eating? What's their favorite color? That is where you call dating.
Wait, is dating really collecting data?
Yeah, dating is actually collecting
So
data.
now I want to know,
Yeah.
what kind of data did you collect?
What does she like? What does she eat? What color? What clothes does she wear? What does she like? Those kind of things. That is collecting data. So from then, we then progress to that place you're calling courtship.
So now you sit down with your data and analyze your data and realize, yes, so this data is enough for me to call her my girlfriend.
So wait, so can you differentiate now between dating and courting?
I think dating is the innocent place where you are not really committing everything or not promising anything. You just want to know if this person is compatible.
Then I don't think we need to call it dating if there are no strings attached.
It should be
Because
dating.
the moment you tell
Wait.
someone, if I come and I tell you, Joel, I'm dating Vincent, you're getting the point.
It should be dating, because now, for example, my wife, before we now go to a place where I can tell her, I want to marry you, or I intend to marry you in the near future, I had to know, what does she like? Do I actually like her? Because before you like somebody, there are things that you really feel about them, they are compatible with you. Do you guys understand? So I have to know.
Okay.
I have to know this and this and this, 1, 2, 3 things, and then you don't do that with everybody.
Okay, so dating is the phase of
Is the phase where you now get things that
Collecting
cause you to
data.
decide.
Yes, or you're
Oh,
picking
yeah.
information that will help you decide
Yes.
if you need to be with this someone.
Yes.
Fine.
Mhm.
Okay. Now
So
if I may ask,
that is what is called dating.
dating.
Yes.
What about courtship? Now
Okay.
Courtship now is now the level where you're coming from. Now I have decided this is the person I want to be in a relationship with.
okay. And
Because before I met my wife, there were very many ladies around
of course.
who have different characters, different ideas, all those kind of things.
Uh-huh.
But I had chose her because she has specific things that I feel I relate with.
Okay.
That is dating.
Yeah.
So I have collected enough data to decide that this is the woman.
So okay,
So-
we have agreed. We have agreed what is dating is all about, collecting data so that you can know the person you want to date. So now, Joel, you're supposed to explain to us what is courtship.
You guys are too hard though, but
No.
I'll cope with you.
Just make it clear for us.
So courtship is now I've collected all the data I want about this girl or lady, and I've decided now I need to make it a bit more serious. Tell her I want this and this from you. I want to be in a more serious relationship with you. Now that's where we move from being friends to quote unquote more than a friend. We are now beginning to discuss serious things about the future, about how we relate, about how we stay together, where we are now discussing how many babies would you like to have, what do you know, those kind of things. Serious things. Where do you want to live, which house, how many bedrooms, those kind of things. We go out, we take coffee, we take tea, all those kind of things. So we are now on the same page, guys, right?
Yes.
So now I want to ask you guys, have you ever dated now?
Yes, I've ever dated.
Vincent, have you ever dated?
Yeah.
What kind of person did you date?
Okay, the person I dated was an extrovert. I myself am an introvert.
Okay.
Yeah, and I thought it was like more of, she complimented me, the introvert side of me. But it later came to be an obstacle for me. Yeah.
How was that?
Okay, because she was an extrovert and she interacted with so many people. Yeah. Extroverts are known to be more fluid, because they meet a lot of people on a daily basis, and they open up easily to other people. So
and you don't?
No, me I don't.
Okay.
Me I'm a hard nut to crack.
Okay.
Yeah. So it didn't last long, and eventually she went out there and maybe she got somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah, who swayed her with words and whatnot.
Mercy, what kind of person did you date?
Wow. I think I've met different characters when it comes to dating.
Okay.
So I've dated a person who I think was more self-centered with what they want. Someone who is always propelling their own ideas. It has to be about them.
Okay.
It has to be about them. Even if you wrong them, even if they wrong you, you have to say sorry because it's all about them,
Okay.
A narcissist, to be specific. So I've met someone like that. Then I've met someone who was not made up my mind. So he was dating different people at a go, and he was a doctor, to be specific. So I would say dating has different characters and kinds of people that you meet. So I think for me, what I would say, what I've come to learn right now is having like 5 things, non-negotiables, that someone must meet for you to go to the next level with them. That's for me.
Do you have 5 things?
No, I don't.
You have a few things?
Okay, may I disagree with Mercy. Yeah, Mercy, sorry. I think it is wrong to have expectations when you're dating somebody.
No, it's not about expectations. It is.
No, I did not. Okay, I did. That's why it failed.
Yeah.
No, you see,
Also,
because what you're saying
from your
is,
experience now, you decided you should not put expectations.
You're not dating that person. Okay, when you're dating somebody or you decide you want to be with somebody, it should be about who they are, not what they can do for you. Okay, because when you talk about expectation, you are looking at maybe their strengths and what they can complement you, maybe the weaknesses that you have, how they can complement those weaknesses. But it should not be like that.
Yeah.
So many divorces, many breakups come because the expectations you had for your partner, maybe she or he is not fulfilling those expectations.
Okay.
Yeah, so you feel let down.
But you see, when I'm talking about non-negotiables, is like, for me, I want someone who knows God.
Okay.
I don't want to sit down and I'm like, I don't want to start like, unajua Mungu, haujui Mungu, when the earth
you have
I can.
five
Non-negotiables that someone must meet before we can.
So what are your number
my
1?
5, a man of faith.
2.
A man who loves family.
3.
A man who is independent.
4.
A man who can cope.
5.
A man with a vision.
So those are the 5 things that Mercy would actually like somebody to meet. The 5 standards, if I may call them. But what are the things that we should look for when we are looking for somebody to court? Because now we have agreed that dating is a point where you are looking at things and analyzing things so that you can take it to the next level. So what are the things that you are looking for while dating? What is the data that you're collecting? What data should you collect to decide?
You see, for me, honestly, if I was to date someone right now, they need to be someone, a man of faith. You know what I'm talking about? Someone who knows God, someone who is not afraid to say, I go to church, I seek God for everything, you know, I seek God's guidance in everything, you know. Si ule mtu ananiambia, hii life, kaende tu. You know, no, you just need someone first, someone who knows God, someone who every day kneels down and says, God, thank you for this day, guide me, it's your way, not my way. That's my first thing that I would look for in a partner.
What will you look for?
Okay, me, I look for character.
Okay.
It's a character, they say, manners maketh a man or a woman. So, I think a character, you know, the character is what you do when you are alone. It's not what you show everybody.
Okay.
So me, I'd look for how, you know, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. So maybe when I meet a lady right now, we don't know each other. I might be tempted to first know her friends, then they can tell me who she is, you know, or just observe them, what they do, and I'll know what kind of a person she is.
Okay.
That is her character, because those are the people who shape how she thinks.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next thing you'd look for?
The next thing I would look for in a person, I would look
Because
at how
I can be
with
very
people.
prayerful.
Yes, I would
I
look at
can
how
go to
they relate
church.
with people, you know, because we are told no man is an island.
Okay.
So when we go to a restaurant, how does he treat the waiter?
Okay.
How does he treat the cashier? When you go to the parking slot, how does he treat the parking boy? You know, how does he treat people? Because how you treat people really talks a lot about you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vincent, you have another thing you'd like?
Okay, based on my
You know,
previous relationship.
are you single? Are you single?
Yeah, I'm very single.
Somebody might be listening and they meet the criteria. So
okay,
sell your points. Sell your
Sell
points.
yourself.
Yeah.
Me, I first, what I'm looking for, I'm basing it on where I come from.
Okay.
So I've only dated once. I've only been in one relationship. And
Yeah, there's somebody I know who married the first person they dated.
yeah, good for them.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm looking for things that I missed there,
Yeah.
or that I wished were there, so that I can maybe proceed. And so, okay, the last person, or the previous person that I dated, she lived a sort of a double life.
Okay.
So that is one thing I believe every Christian should be able to note. Living
A double life.
hypocrisy.
Yeah.
I should call that.
Yeah.
It is hypocrisy. You know, professing one thing, then doing another
another.
thing.
Yeah.
So that is a deal breaker for me, and it should be a deal breaker for every Christian.
Yeah,
there.
the Bible actually says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Yeah.
So we are told we have to be equally yoked.
Yeah, and you do not be unequally yoked with an unbeliever.
Yeah.
So, fine. We have all these things, good things that we would like to see or to look for in a person that we like to date. So after we have seen all these things, now we have decided this is the person. So what is the first thing I do when I decide? Do I tell the person? Do I text the person? Do I call the person? What is the right way?
For me right now, what
Now you are a lady.
Yes.
What would you expect a gentleman? Because wait, will you even approach a gentleman and tell them you like them?
Me?
Yeah. Is it a good thing for a lady to do?
No.
Why?
Shoot your shot.
Ai, afadhali hata nipatwe nikipanguza. Hey, no,
Why
I will
wouldn't
not.
you?
Let me tell you the reason why. There's a reason why he created the first person.
Aye.
There's a reason why he was called man and I
Yeah.
was called woman.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell her that, oh, please, nakupenda sana. No, it won't be my call.
Okay.
It won't be my call, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will you? What will you do if a lady approached you?
Okay, first, I would analyze her intentions. First of all, because something I have come to sort of understand is that most ladies, when they approach you, they don't. Most of them don't approach you because of you. They approach you because they see something else in you.
Okay.
So when they are marrying
gift
you,
or something.
Yeah, they are marrying your vision. They're not marrying you.
Okay.
So if you lose what maybe they approach you, you talk, you speak with them, you get to know each other, and then maybe she realizes, oh, you're planning to become a doctor or something, or someone great in the future. She falls in love with that future, not you.
Okay.
So if you lose that future, if you go and maybe go astray and lose your sight and your vision, she just has to go and she cheats, she leaves you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the original question. How do I go about it? As a gentleman, how do I go about it? And as a lady, how do I receive the information that, hey, I like you, blah, 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 this and this? How do I go about it?
For me as a Christian, there's something we pray for, grace for discernment, yeah?
Okay.
Having that, I can be able now, and I believe there is that one for me.
You're talking from a lady's perspective,
Yes, I'm
or
talking,
of reception?
Yes.
Okay.
So for me, if I start, let's say, developing feelings for someone, because feelings are not static.
Okay.
So if I start feeling, there's like a feeling I'm having for this person, then I'll go pray about it.
Okay.
And if I get a go ahead, then now I'll wait for him. I will wait for him. Because honestly, me, I'm not gonna go and tell him, by the way, unajua nini Buddha, tunafaa kwa sisi wawili, get it together. No, I won't do that. I will wait for him.
Is there, Vincent, as a gentleman, same question, but now with some more things in it.
Okay.
Personally, I cannot stand on the road, call a lady, hi, I can't. Some do.
Yeah.
I prefer texting you and tell you, hey, blah, 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 I like you, you look nice, all those kind of things. That's what I did to my wife, you know.
Okay.
We we met on WhatsApp actually. So
So in short, you're saying online dating works.
If actually I met my wife on the road, I will not marry her today because I will not have talked to her. What is there a right way of approaching? Do I text? Do I call? Do I meet her face to face? Do I sit her down?
Me, I think it depends. I think it depends with the person.
Okay.
A person who is an extrovert they know how to approach people. They never lack words.
What about sanguine?
So what about
Something-
you? What about you as an introvert? So how do you approach that person?
As an introvert, how do you approach?
Obviously online, you know.
You text.
Yeah.
So we have something in common.
Yeah.
But I'm not an introvert.
One thing I've gotten from you two men is online dating works.
Yeah, it does.
Of course.
I'm a witness.
Okay.
He is a testimony.
So
a real
this is
testimony.
WhatsApp.
Yeah.
For you it's WhatsApp, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, at least I know there's someone who got the husband through Facebook. Okay. You can go.
Is there somebody who is...
And
They're already married and they have 2 kids.
No, I'm asking about you. Is there
Me?
somebody on WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter,
None
somewhere?
as of now.
Okay.
DMing?
Right there, I have a question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about online? Would you be receptive if somebody approached you through online methods?
Yes, I will. But I wouldn't go with someone who just texts me hi. Niaje msupa.
Everything
That's an
starts with
incomplete
hi.
message.
You know?
Yeah?
I wouldn't.
Everything starts with hi.
No, but let someone at least come with submitting that information. Hi, how was your day? At least
Yeah.
that will make sense for me to respond. you
Yeah,
know?
for all the gentlemen out there, when you're DMing, sliding in the DM, you need to go more than hi. You need to say, hi,
Exactly.
my name is so and so. I want this and this. You might be wanting to maybe
be
they
cooked for a cake.
are Zuku agents or agents of something. They're selling airtime. They think you're selling airtime or doing something, or you're a photographer. You never know. So you have to say your intention. You have to state them. Don't just say hi. That is an very incomplete message. That is my personal advice. I know you're not seeing me, but I'm pointing at myself.
I support too.
So I want us to
Ladies, do not accept highs on your DMs.
to begin to finish this discussion. How many
One.
relationships have you been in?
Please.
Okay. What is the thing that will throw you off?
What is the thing that will throw me off?
Yes, just one thing.
Okay.
Throw you off.
Oh, I would.
Your question
I
should
just
be-
hate. I just don't like an unkept person. Guys,
Okay.
like,
Combs their hair.
okay, si yako nywele nywele by the way, sitaki mtu akonyoe
Okay.
nywele yako.
Okay.
You know, at some
But my
point
hair looks good.
I'm looking at someone
But my hair
who
looks
will
good.
feel, yes, yours is
Somebody
good as of
who's
now.
neat.
I'm looking someone who at least even if I introduced to my father being an old man, he will not be pinching me here down.
Okay.
No, you are here, you know? I don't want that.
Okay.
Mm.
Vincent.
Okay, me, I like a respectable woman.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm speaking about women. A woman who, a woman who, you know, knows herself. Yani mtu akitoka nje anavaa respectably, you know. Alafu is not a person who is peer pressure, you know. It's not
Someone who is not succumbing to peer pressure.
Yeah, especially the people she works with. I first look at her circle. Yeah.
Okay.
When I look at her circle, now I look at her.
So are you willing to date an extrovert again?
Me, I'm willing to date an introvert who is halfway there.
Okay.
Somebody who is okay. I'm not going for extremes. You know, somebody who is not so quiet. She's not so quiet, but she's also not
too loud.
Yeah, bickering all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So, lastly, is there a Christian way of dating? Is there
Of course.
a specific manual that we can look at and say this is a Christian kind of dating?
Okay, in the Bible,
Okay.
we are given some pointers. You know, it's not written like now this is how you should date.
Sure, of course.
But we have some lessons that if you employ them, then
They'll
your
work for
dating
you.
will work very well. If the other person is also a believer,
Okay.
yeah, because I have found that if you try to implement biblical teachings on relationships with people who are who are not saved or don't even read the Bible, they don't know anything about salvation, it will be hard. In fact, you'll end up quarreling all the time because the Bible says we are not of this world.
Yeah.
We are aliens, and it is normal for us to be hated. So imagine yourself hooked to a person who is not saved, or maybe even their family have never stepped in church, so he doesn't know anything about the kingdom.
Yeah.
And then you are trying to woo them. It's disaster. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me ask this before I answer the question. Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine praying. I'm just asking. It's not something. Yeah. You pray and then the person you should, this person does not go to church, yeah? But this is somehow someone you're getting along and you're getting the vibe, yeah? So what do you do?
From now my perspective, the way I know God, number one, God is not an author of confusion, and he doesn't go back on his word. So that will not be God. If God actually wants you to, is actually giving you a vision or a sign about a person, if that person is an unbeliever, from my own belief of God and how I know him, he will indirect you to them. Because his word has already said, do not be equally yoked with an unbeliever.
Yeah, true.
So he'll not send you there. He will not send you to a trap. However, there are instances where you will get feelings towards a person, and you see the devil will give you feelings. He's there. He's always there to trap you.
Yeah, true.
He will trap you. He'll get you to a hole, and it will look nice. He will even make you rich. He will even give you money.
True.
He will send you to a guy with a car, and that is exactly what you want. So it is for you to discern: is this God?
It's not of God.
There are places I've gone, and it was not God. They look like God. They look like God. So you have to discern exactly where God is leading you and know that this is God. You have to be sure that this is God. And if it is contradicting his word, it is not God.
Sure.
And
It has to be in line with his word.
Yeah, I think that is what my previous relationship was all about. I was not discerning. I did not even know how to discern. So man, I was just the train caught me. Watch what they do, not what they say.
Okay.
So if you look at what they do and it is contradicting what the word of God says, don't even concern yourself with what they say, because character, actions speak louder than words.
Sure.
So Masu, you have not answered our question, and we need your answer. The question is there a Christian way of dating?
Yes, there's a Christian way. The Bible is clear in everything regarding how you're supposed to date, how you're supposed to remain pure, because even before you become someone's wife, you're a bride to Christ.
Yeah.
So which means even how you conduct yourself, it has to model that. It has to model that in your relationship. So which means you just can't, you're just not anyone outside there, not like how you're in the world. When someone tells you, hey, yeah, Jesse 1824, you can't go there, because that is not you. And because at the end of the day, you don't want to be stuck with someone who is changing, as in today they're in the Bible, tomorrow wakodunda. You need to be with someone who is, if it is God, it is God, and understands even if we go through a storm, God is still there with us.
Amazing. So I'm going to give you 1 minute to talk to somebody who is listening and they want to date. Just a minute.
Okay, so me, I'd like to encourage my fellow men.
Yeah.
So
Gentlemen.
for all you young guys out there, if you are dating or planning to date, whoever you set your eyes upon, your dating should be in form of a triangle, where God is the center. So you as a man, you build your relationship with God, and she as a lady, she builds her relationship with God, and then when the two of you are right with God, you will meet there. How a triangle is. You build your relationship towards God, and then when you will meet at that point. Then the last thing, in Genesis, God, Adam was not looking for a wife. God came. When he came, he found Adam doing what he had been told to do, fulfilling his purpose. He was naming the animals. He was doing all that stuff, and God saw that it was not good for him to be alone. So it might sound controversial, but you should not be looking for a girlfriend. You should be fulfilling your purpose. God will bring that girlfriend. Yeah. Thank you.
Mercy, 30 seconds plus 30 seconds.
Wow, for me, as in to the ladies out there,
Yes.
don't let anyone fool you that there is ati hakuna huyo the one. There is the one for you that God created for you. It does not matter what the world says. God says, I know you and I have a plan for you. When he says he has a plan for you, it's because he already knows the person you're supposed to fulfill the purpose that he has created you for with. And it is not right for a woman and for a man to be alone. That's the reason why God created marriage as the first institution. So go out there knowing, do what you're called to do, serve in the ministry, be with the right people, and be sure during that time that you will be able to find the one on the way, because we are told as we are serving, there's a song even, I think so, it says, as I was serving, that's when I met him, the one God has for me. So serve, because at that point you will meet the person God has for you. So don't be fooled, and do not change your standards so that you can accommodate someone. Always stick to your principles, and the right person will be able to adjust to that frame. And when it comes to fulfilling your kingdom purpose, he will be the right one for you.
Amazing. So finally, as we are coming to the end of the show, my take as well, my 1 minute, will come from the book of Matthew chapter 5 verse 16. Let your light so shine before men. As you're dating, whatever you do, however you walk, whoever you relate with, whoever you're dating, whoever is dating you, his light or her light must shine before men, that they may see your moral excellence and your praiseworthy, noble, and good deeds, and recognize and honor and praise and glorify your Father who is in heaven. Whatever you do, whoever you date, however you do it, let it bring glory to God. Let the end result be to bring glory to God. That is the chief end of everything that you should be doing. And as my sister Mercy and my brother Vincent has said, you should date somebody that God intends for you. The eventual thing about your dating and your courtship should be about purpose, not a good looking girl, a light skin, a dark skin, a tall, dark and handsome guy. Does your purpose intertwine? Ama ni mtu utakuwa unamka asubuhi wanakupigia kelele, maybe you are a preacher, you are supposed to preach, amekupigia kelele, amekuchapa coffee, unafaa kuimbisha, and all those things are happening to you in the morning while you're going to church. They must be able to be married to your vision and know that you are called by God to do a certain thing in this world. So now, this is the end of our podcast. I hope you've been blessed. In Jesus' name.
Amen.